Hello friends, in this video we will look at how to perform insert operation in a two-dimensional array, and I have taken a character array so that the meaning is more clear. In the two-dimensional array I will add a list of names and then I will ask the user if you want to add another name, and then I will insert the user provided name at the location preferred by the user. So basically, suppose I already have a list of Anuj, Sanchit, Prakash, Ajit and some names, and then I will ask the user, do you want to add another name? And say user says Sanchita he wants to add at location 2. So this is location, Anuj is 0 location, Sanchit is 1, Prakash is 2. So instead of Prakash, we want to add Sanchita. So what we will do, we will shift Ajit by 1 position. Then we will shift Prakash down. And we will place Sanchita in this position. So this is what we are going to perform in the insert operation. Shift down the items and then place the item at the required location. This is what the program is going to do in the two-dimensional array. So first of all, as usual, we have to include the files. So we use hash include stdio.h because I will be writing the code in C language, and then hash include string.h because we will be performing certain string operations. Then we have to declare the array. So I am using char a and I am using the size 20 by 10 because 10 character name is large enough and 20 names maximum I can store in the list. Then we have to use a index I which we will initialize with 0. Then we will use n for the number of elements in the array. Initially there are 0 elements, and as we will keep on adding, the number of elements will keep on increasing. Now we may move to main. The functions that we need we will declare later. First we will write the main code for ourselves. So here I am writing main. So array we have already declared, I and n we have declared. So what we will do is we will ask the user how many numbers they want to, how many names they want to enter. So we will say printf /n so that it is displayed nicely on a new line, and then we will say how many names you want to add, and again we will give a new line and we will use scanf and we will read the number using %d into the number of names. So we will put a ampersand here. This one is not percentage, this one is ampersand. This one and this is known as ampersand. So we have scanned the number of names. Now we'll use a for loop. For I is equal to 0, I less than n. The number of elements is always less than n. It is or it is equal to n minus 1 because we are counting from 0. And then I plus plus, and then we will scan the names. So we'll use scanf and we will write %s and we will read the names into A followed by I. We don't need to mention the subscript j because when we mention the name of a single one-dimension array A of I, it will refer to one name, one student's name in the list. So after this, what we can do is we can simply see what has been read by the computer. So we will simply print the value. So again we will use a for loop and we will make use of printf and we will put /n here so all the names are displayed on a new line. So let us execute this much code first. So let us name this file. So we will use C in this, source as C. so that the C compiler is used for executing this program, and we write first.c. Okay, not first, let us say 2d.c, 2d array.c, and save. The file has been saved. Now you can look here in this part of the window. Okay, wait. In this part of the window, you can see here the compiler selection is available, which compiler you want to use for running your program. Generally, we have to select release version so that we can get the final running copy. If we click on debug, then the program will enter the debugging, and if we click on profiling, then the time and space complexity taken by the program will also get calculated. So you have to select release either 64-bit or 32-bit. So we have selected here 64-bit because this machine is a 64-bit machine. Now let us see if errors are there. So we will compile. So on compilation, it is saying that there is no problem. Okay, there is one problem. What is the problem? It is saying that the exit status is not clear. Print ff. Okay, this one here I have typed f twice. So again we will compile this one. Okay, it has compiled successfully. Now we will compile and run. So we can see here how many names you want to add. Say I want to add 4. So now it is asking for the names. So I say Anuj, Sanchit, Prakash, Ajit. And when I press enter, so it is showing all the 4 names to me. So we are able to enter the 4 names which we have selected successfully into the program. Now what we want to do is we want to insert at our desired location. So what we will do here, we will declare a function insert. So again void insert. Now what we have to give to this insert function, we have to give the array. So since I have declared the array globally, I don't need to pass it. But if you have to pass it, you will say char a, and then you have to give the size of the array. Otherwise, it will keep on giving you errors. So you mention the size of the array, whatever size you want to use, and then n is a global variable, so it can be modified anywhere. Otherwise, you have to declare it as a reference variable. You have to pass it, pointer. In C, there are pointers. And then you have to get the location from the user and the value, which is a char. So char val of size 10. So this is what we require. So in our case, the n and a are already available. So I will remove these arguments from here. So I just need the location and the value to be added. And here in the calling function, what I am going to do is I am going to ask the user enter the new name you want to add, and then you will scan the new name, scanf %s, and we will declare a variable value. So at the top of the main, we will say char value size 10, and we will also use int location initialized to 0. So we will scanf here, and we will scan the value from the user, and then printf enter the location. So you can get the location from the user. Use /n so that everything appears on a new line. Otherwise it will be all cluttered and you won't be able to see what is being done. So it's always a good practice to use /n. And then you scan this value as well. So scanf, and you say %d, and you store it into ampersand, and name of the variable location. And now we will call the insert function. How we will call the insert function? We will simply write insert and we will pass the location and the value. That's it. This is the call to the function. So when we go to the insert, here what we are going to do is first we have to shift the elements down, and then what we will do is we will copy the new value at the given location. So for shifting, again we will use for I is equal to n minus 1 and I more than equal to location, and we will say I plus plus. And what we will do in this part of the program, simply a of I plus 1 is equal to a of I. Simply we will copy the element. So for this operation, what we will use is string copy operation in string.h. So what we will do, the destination is provided later where we want to copy. From where we want to copy a of I, and where we want to copy a of I plus 1. So that we will put here and we will perform the copy operation. And outside this loop, again we will string copy. What we are going to do is we are going to copy value into a of I. And after this copy, we will perform n plus 1, n plus plus. And this value will be reflected in the calling function as well. Alright, there are a couple of changes. First of all, in string copy, first we have to give the destination and then we have to give the source from where we want to copy. So we want to copy the ith element into the I plus 1 location, and then in string copy outside the for loop, we will copy the value which the user has given at a of location. So first you give the destination and then you give the value and then you perform n plus plus. Now we will execute this program. So when we run the program, now it is asking how many names you want to enter. Say we say 4. Now it is asking the names. So we will enter Anuj, Sanchit, Akarshit and Prakash. Okay. So all the 4 names we have entered. Now it is asking which new name you want. So we say Ajit. And when we press enter, it is asking for the location. So we say location 2. And when we press enter, so 0, 1, location 2 is in the place of Akarshit. So we can see Ajit is there in the place of Akarshit and the other 2 names have been shifted down. So this is how we perform the insert operation in a 2-dimensional character array. I hope this video is useful to you. Thank you for watching.